All right, ladies and gentlemen, here at Circuit of Americas today for a little bit of a track day in the GT3 992. I got it somewhat broken in, so we'll see how this goes. Haven't been here in a couple years, 2 years or so. My garage mate, good to see them. Barry and Lorenz, shout out to you guys. We also picked up a new one, Tim Burton. You may know him from Shmee150. But he's out here in his yellow AMG, kind of on an American tour with he and his girlfriend, and it is a real good looking car, super good looking car. So wish me luck. Hopefully we don't wreck. Manual transmission, again, haven't been here in a minute, but stay tuned for a lot of great footage. Boys, session one done. It's been a couple of years. I was kind of nervous and figuring out the shift points and stuff like that, going from PDK. I have driven the manual on track before with the Viper, but it's a trip, man. It's good to be back. I forgot how exciting it was. All right, 2 sessions down. A little bit of a shit show for me personally. Haven't been here in a couple of years, so I was really struggling with gearing, positions, etc., where to shift, and some braking points for sure at COTA. But it's always a good day if you're on a racetrack in a Porsche. And once you turn it on, you just click drive mode, track, or whatever. Here, turn it on, put it in neutral, left side. Put it in neutral, car, button on the bottom here. Yep, and then go track, and then it'll auto blip everything for you. So click there. Yep, you're good.
Okay.
All right,
I've never driven this car before, so can you give me some space?
Do you want a bigger gap behind you or a bigger gap in front of you?
Bigger gap behind me.
Okay.
was really impressed with the engine. Unbelievable torque, and the fact that you can take it up to 9. In some of the corners you get in second, and you could sit there and just push it until it got all the way to 9, which gave me a lot more room to work. Brakes, unbelievable. I put tremendous pressure on them, and I never went into ABS, which on mine, they immediately go into ABS. So yeah, you have a lot more confidence going into the braking zones and being able to put the brakes down and hold them at threshold and no problems whatsoever. I did have the tail step out in like 6, I think it was the off camber turn. But when it did step out, it immediately started following you. So you could just catch it real easily. It was real predictable. You could feel the weight when you turned in and you went around a tight turn or something. You could feel that back end weight moving behind you, which kind of freaks me out a little bit, but because I'm used to the Cayman. But unbelievable car. I can't wait to see this engine inside of a Cayman, which I'm really looking forward to. Unbelievable. Love to get one.
Saying, oh, I'd probably put on a jacket. Well, I don't have that right now, Barry.
Well, if you've got like a GoPro mount,
well, I don't have that.
You could just adapt it. Like I have a whole container full of mounts, and I just like move them around and do things with them.
I think it'd be cooler if you could actually see like hood, like where it's up there.
That might be a better.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
actually.
I think it looks cool.
All right, headed out for the parade lap. Got Shmee in front of us. He's a really cool dude. We were just actually talking a little bit about content creation and how you capture and engage an audience. He had a lot of really good insight about not overproducing, not overdoing things, to make sure that it feels obtainable, to be a source of motivation for people, but also not so outlandish that you can't actually get there on your own. So it's really neat to be able to talk to somebody that's been down the road. He's been doing it for 13 years, and to know so much and be so far ahead in the game. It's really cool. So cheers to him. Great dude. Met his girlfriend. She's wonderful as well. It's nice to be able to meet people that you see on YouTube or TV or whatever, and they're actually really legit cool people. So good for him. We'll go on this parade lap, hopefully get some decent shots of the track at Circuit Americas, and hopefully bring you into the process a little bit of what it takes. So it's really cool to be able to come out here and do this with a group of car enthusiasts that are all really into, obviously, cars, but community as well. It's great to see some old faces, people that I've known for years, and to be able to kind of experience the track again through a new mindset and a fresh perspective. What was really cool was I happened to meet Tim Burton from Shmee150. We're out there and I'm talking to Shmee, and he tells me that he's like parked out in the regular parking, and it's a ways, like, and they're taking down construction and there's screws all over, and I'm like, and I just told him, I said, no dude, you don't want to be out there. Come to our garage. We had room, and so it was fine. And so I was able to just kind of sit back and like see that dude work, and like, he's a pro. From what I could tell, everything he was doing was just running through it, and he didn't have like notes or anything like that. Like, he was a pro. Like, he knew what he was doing. And what was really cool is just like how he's super down to earth. People were just constantly coming up to him, like kind of like knocking on the window, and he was super gracious and took time with every single person. I was like, I didn't realize that many people knew him. It was crazy. And just a funny story about it is, the cars are there, and when the cars pull into the garage in a paddock is what it's called, you're kind of inspecting your cars as they come in, right? Just making sure they're, I don't really do that. I probably should, but I don't really check my cars. But you know, he was checking his car, which most good drivers probably should. You check tire pressures, etc. And he noticed there was some leaf kind of build up down by the radiator, and there's only this one really dumb way to access it, which is totally not German. But I had like one of the recliner chairs that I bring out and sit in, but it was a stupid chair design. It was annoying, and so I had planned that I was going to toss it anyway. And so like I disassembled this chair, and then I was thinking, oh, okay, how can we get the leaves out? And so the only thing I have is blue like painter's tape. So I wrap it around the end of the stick. And at one point, both Tim and I are down on our hands and knees, like shuffling around like these sticks back, like trying to chopstick and use it like a lint roller to pull the leaves out. Which you just show like he's a real dude. Like he's, you know, he came up like anybody, you know, like he figured it out, and he's building a business, and it's cool. It's cool to see somebody who's built what you're trying to build. And I'm like, oh, okay, like it can be done. You know, it expands the possibilities. For some reason, I thought that I was like, I mean, I because I'm 40, I don't know anybody that's built a YouTube channel, right? Because I'm not 12. So yeah, like I don't know anybody that said, hey, you know what I'm gonna go do is build a YouTube channel. And that's literally what I'm saying. I'm like, ah, oh, let's go build a YouTube channel. Like if these kids can figure it out, I probably can figure it out too. You know, like, so with enough time and resources, you can kind of figure things out. So let's go, let's build it, because it can be done, and Shmee's figured it out. Just leaving Circuit America's great day here in Austin, Texas. GT3 performed like a boss. Looking forward to the next car content, which is probably going to come out when we go, my wife and I go for a European delivery in Germany. Pick up the car there in Leipzig, Germany, December 8th.